When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. And when I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be in the middle of 1,000 miles, to fall down at your door.
In this 2015 Super Bowl commercial, the Budweiser beer company continues with their style of using a puppy and their iconic Clydesdale horse to create a heartwarming advertisement. This one depicts a story of a puppy wandering away from home and eventually being saved by his friend, the Budweiser Clydesdale, which emphasizes the message, "Your buds will always be there for you." The sweet and innocent story of the horse and puppy being friends appeals to many people, but since the purpose of this commercial is to sell beer, it is mainly directed towards young to middle-aged American adults who drink beer. But within this group, it is especially directed towards those who feel like they can relate to the hard-working American farmer who is portrayed in the commercial. Neither the official Budweiser logo or their beer is prominent in this ad, but the Clydesdale horses are used as a symbol to represent the company. This type of horse has been used in Budweiser ads and promotions for over 80 years and has become a part of Super Bowl commercial tradition by being shown in Budweiser Super Bowl commercials every year since 1986. This first ad appeals to pathos when the tiny adorable puppy sticks his head up out of the hay. By using such a sweet, innocent image, like a puppy, that appeals to so many people, the audience immediately connects with the story. The appeal to pathos is further employed when the unlikely friendship between the puppy and horse is established here.
When I wake up,
in this scene, the happy bright lighting from when the puppy jumps into the trailer changes drastically when the door shuts and the puppy is left alone in the dark. This dark black lighting symbolizes fear and sadness, and when used alongside the image of the trapped and isolated puppy, an appeal to pathos is created. This change in imagery also changes the mood of the ad from one of happiness to something much more intense and sad.
well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you.
When the puppy jumps out of the trailer and begins to run through a city, the appeal to pathos is used again. Puppies are often associated with being sweet and helpless, so the image of this puppy alone in a big mysterious city makes the audience sad, but also gives the plot more excitement. The audience begins to wonder what will happen next and becomes worried, which strengthens their emotional connection with the story and the puppy.
When I go out, yeah.
Here we see the worried farmer looking for his lost puppy and posting lost dog flyers, which have a picture of the puppy and horse together on it. By presenting that specific image on the flyer, this ad uses illusion, as it is alluding to the Puppy Love Budweiser commercial in the previous Super Bowl, in which that exact image was first shown. Showing the concerned farmer and illustrating the lasting friendship between the horse and the puppy through illusion introduces the idea that your buds are always there for you when you need them. This commercial appeals to pathos once again, with the image of the puppy cowering alone in a box on a dark, rainy night. The dark lighting and rain help create a sad and lonesome mood, which is furthered by the downcast expression on the puppy's face. The emotional connection the audience has established with the puppy is utilized here to make them as sad and as miserable as he is.
I'm gonna be the man who goes.
This scene depicts the sadness the horse is feeling, which is an appeal to ethos. Animals don't fake emotion like people can, so the distress this horse shows must be real. This credibility of emotion strengthens the audience's perception of the bond between the horse and the pup.
along with you.
Again, we have the dark lighting, which sets an ominous mood. The house provides contrast to this mood by producing light, which symbolizes the end of the puppy's long journey. The house is the light at the end of the tunnel, but before the puppy can reach it, a wolf appears, appearing to pathos once again. The audience has built such a strong emotional connection with the puppy's journey. They feel a strong sense of anxiety when his safety and the joyful moment of his return is put in jeopardy. Up until this point, the music has been slow and sung softly, bringing a sadness to the audience. But when the horses are running to the rescue, the tempo and energy of the singing and music switches from slow and sad to much more upbeat, lifting the mood greatly. The lyrics are also timed perfectly to say, "And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more," which narrates the events of the commercial in a sense. The rescue of the puppy in this moment also appeals to pathos by relieving the intense anxiety and sadness the audience was feeling. The falsely analogous message that was accumulating throughout this ad is presented here. Your buds will always be there for you. The horses are symbolic of the Budweiser beer company, so this comparison misleads the audience into thinking Budweiser beer will bring them security and happiness friendship does.
Just to be in the world, 1,000 miles to fall.
In this homecoming scene, the lighting changes once again to bring a new joyful mood. The puppy's owner steps out of the darkness in his kitchen and into the light coming through the window. It is out this window he sees the horses and puppy running home, and it is in this bright daylight the puppy and owner are shown reuniting. This bright light brings a sort of happiness to the scene. This scene also has uplifting, joyful music playing, and the lyrics are timed to say, "Just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door," just as the puppy arrives at the door. These lyrics and energy of the song bring a sense of joy, which intensifies the audience's reaction to the happy ending. The final shot of this commercial ties the story of friendship back together, with an image of the horse, puppy, and owner reunited, the buds back together, and with them they have a bottle of Budweiser. All of the appeals to pathos that created such an emotional connection between the audience and the puppy's friendships left the audience feeling this great happiness that they then relate to Budweiser. This scene portrays Budweiser as a beer that will make you feel good and build bonds with friends. It is a beer to share with your best buds. This commercial is very effective in promoting Budweiser beer. The sweet and innocent friendship between the puppy and horse has such a broad appeal that it has melted the hearts of people everywhere. It is their extreme appeal to pathos that leads their audience to feel a great joy that is then associated with Budweiser beer and sharing Budweiser with your best buds.